Will the deputy president, that is Rigathi Gachagua, manage to escape this trap? Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. As we all know that the deputy president, that is Rigathi Gachagua, was given responsibility or was given the mandate to fight against illegal drug or drug abuse. There is something that people are really waiting for here. And I think this is what I want us to talk about. This issue of MUGUKA. This issue of MUGUKA and Mira. We know very well that MUGUKA and Mira comes from Mount Kenya. And since it's like that is their means of survival, we find that MUGUKA, let me talk about MUGUKA mostly, because that is the main thing that is really affecting the people. You find that MUGUKA is planted in Central. After being planted in Central, is harvested there, and then being packed from there, and then exported to Mombasa County.
Rais nyonyesha kote kote bana. Mbona usikize wa Embu peke yake, hujasikiza wa Pwani? Viongozi wa Pwani mbona hujatuita? Tukwambie, tukuelezee, ikuingie kwa akili kuwa wewe huna mtoto atakwenda kukaa kwa kigango ale MUGUKA. Tukwambie ile madhara yanapata watoto wetu.
Tunakataa kuingia kwa MUGUKA hapa Pwani. Na tunasema kwamba kutoka leo na kwenda mbele tunaungana na magavana wetu kwamba hatutaki MUGUKA hapa Pwani. Na tumesema kwamba hakuna yeyote katika sehemu yote ya nchi ambaye ana nguvu ama ana uwezo wa kututisha.
Sio sheria zote ambazo ni sawa. Hizi ndio zile sheria lazima zibadilishwe. They are illegal laws. Kama kumepatikana utafiti mpya, research mpya ambayo imesema kwamba MUGUKA iko na athari mbaya, hata kama ni sheria, rais sasa achukue hatua ya kuigeuza.
Vijana wa Pwani hatutaki wapewe sumu, tunataka wapewe kazi. Tulikuja tukazungumzia swala la msifunge oil refinery, mkafunga. Bandari letu tangu mwaka ianze hii miili iliyopita, hata paka hajaandikwa pale kwenda kukula angalau zile biskuti wanamwaga chini wakikula kwa boardroom. Watu hawana kazi. So what do you do kama mtu amepata 50 shillings na hana kazi? Si anaenda ananunua MUGUKA. But they have created the demand for MUGUKA. You know, you can have a product and create demand for it.
Unaenda kuweka 500 million kwa MUGUKA bila kutusikiza. Kama wao wana kura nyingi kushinda za Pwani, sitakwambia wacha tuende nalo. Tutapiga vita MUGUKA na hatutaki MUGUKA. Kama ni sawa, sisi tubebe nazi zetu tupeleke Embu. Tubebe korosho zetu tupeleke Embu. Hata yale mabuyu.
Labda aweke mtu kama head of public service ambaye anasimamia huduma ya public services.
MUGUKA main place where MUGUKA is planted. Main source of MUGUKA is from the mountain. And we know very well that Rigathi Gachagua has been talking about the illegal drugs. And as it stands right now, MUGUKA has been discovered that it's amongst the illegal drugs that is being abused. And I think MUGUKA is even worse than even cigarette. Yeah, I think MUGUKA is even worse than cigarette. So people are really waiting to hear what Rigathi Gachagua is saying. That is why I've started by asking that will Rigathi Gachagua escape this kind of trap? William Samoei Ruto, that is the president, gave Rigathi Gachagua responsibility that he should tackle all the illegal drugs that is being abused, and he should find a way of fighting it. And most of the time, we used to see Rigathi Gachagua the way he was planning conferences, meetings, and talking about all these, even going ahead to accuse or going ahead to find those who are selling drugs in the mountain. I want us to listen to the way Aden Duale was saying, because Aden Duale is also saying this thing that the same strength that the deputy president was using to fight against other drugs. So it should also be included, MUGUKA should also be included, and that strength should also be used to fight against MUGUKA, because MUGUKA is one of the major drugs that is being abused in Kenya. And almost everybody, you find that almost this generation, most of the people are using MUGUKA. One, the reasons why they're using MUGUKA is because they don't have work, they don't have job. So, and we all know that an evil mind is a devil's workshop. So in any moment there is nothing that someone is doing, this person is very lazy. The only thing that he can do is to take MUGUKA and start chewing it. And it makes them become lazy. It makes them become idle, and then maybe they can't do anything. So I want us to listen to the way Aden Duale was saying, and then we come back so that we can wrap up and give you a chance at the comment section so they can also tell us your thought. Listen to him.
Before this story of the MUGUKA, there was a conversation in our country spearheaded by the Deputy President. The war against drug and drug abuse. This government said they are going to fight drugs and drug abuse. The Deputy President did a leaders conference in central Kenya. He did a leaders conference in Rift Valley, bringing together all leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, fighting alcohol, fighting ban, fighting all types of drugs. He went to Coast Province, he brought thousands of leaders. From where we sit as a Muslim community in many parts of this country, and even non-Muslim communities, there are many Kenyans who believe that MUGUKA is a drug and is destroying a lot of young people. So I want to say we cannot be very selective. If we are fighting alcohol, we must fight MUGUKA. If we are fighting alcohol in central Kenya, in Rift Valley, in western Kenya, in every part of our country, Kenya is one. So we must fight MUGUKA. And I really want to ask, I have told the Deputy President before that after Ramadan, he needs to do a major conference in northeastern, in Garissa, bringing all our leaders. Now that there is the emerging story of MUGUKA, I will ask the Deputy President in the next 2 weeks to call that conference, because he's the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, to call that conference and we candidly discuss the effect, and we show evidence, the effect of MUGUKA to certain regions and certain communities. So fighting the drug must be across board. It must be across all regions.
Now I want us to talk about this issue of Aden Duale. Aden Duale is saying very well that MUGUKA should not be excluded while fighting other drug abuses, drugs that are being abused. MUGUKA should not be excluded as one of the drugs that is being abused in Kenya, and is urging the Deputy President that the same strength that the DP was using to organize meetings, conferences, to talk to people about the side effect of alcohol and all that, he should also use that to organize the meetings in coastal region to fight against MUGUKA. Now, one major disturbing question here: will Rigathi Gachagua stand and talk about this issue of MUGUKA? And we know very well that the people of the mountain, most of them depends on this. Right now, Rigathi Gachagua is working on how he can unite the people of the mountain, in which he has not even succeeded. I don't think if he's even 30%, he's still far away from it. It's something like he's still 70 to 80% away from uniting the people of the mountain. This is now the question: will Rigathi Gachagua talk about this issue of MUGUKA that is being exported from Mount Kenya, from Central to Mombasa County, yet is fighting and to find a way of uniting the people of the mountain? Will it be easy for these people, even if after Rigathi Gachagua will come publicly to talk about it, will it be easy for these people to hear Rigathi Gachagua Because right now what the people of the mountain do not want is anybody who is interfering with their source of income. And one of the major sources of income of the people of the mountain as it stands right now is MUGUKA. It is going to be tough. It is a very tough decision, and that is why we've not even heard Rigathi Gachagua talking about this. Rigathi Gachagua has not talked about the issue of MUGUKA because he knows very well that MUGUKA comes from his region and is really fighting to find a way of uniting the people of the mountain. And for him to unite the people of the mountain, he will only do one thing. He will have to support what the people of the mountains are doing, as long as it's their source of income, because right now they don't depend on anything. That is the only thing that they depend on. I don't know what to think. I also like to listen to your comment at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, you can tell me which county. If you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. You can like and also click the notification bell so that any moment there's a video that has been uploaded, you can be notified, or you can be amongst the people that will find it easier. And I would also like to appreciate those who are giving us your support. Without your support, this channel cannot grow and it cannot be where it is right now. And I will also urge you, if you're watching us from outside the country, you can tell me which country you're watching us from and how these videos are reaching you. And until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Wino. Bye bye.